Before the vast continuum of history and the digital expanse that defines our era, I stand as a proud member of Generation X, the bridge between analog childhoods and digital futures. With resolve and a smirk, I embrace the essence of our generation, our resilience, and our unassuming influence. I solemnly swear to uphold the sacred traditions of our unique lineage, to cherish the echoes of mixtapes and the lost art of VHS rewinding, to remember the dawn of MTV when music was its heart, and to honor the hallowed halls of arcades where pixels and joysticks defined valor. I pledge to maintain our legacy of skepticism, to question the status quo, and to navigate the world with a blend of cynicism and hope, understanding that our path is one of quiet revolution, not seeking validation but valuing authenticity. With a nod to our flannel-clad forebears and the indelible marks of grunge, I vow to carry forth the spirit of independence, the valor of self-reliance, and the sacred creed of questioning authority. For in the tapestry of humanity, our thread is woven with the strength of silent endurance and the wisdom of transition. I promise to bear the torch of Generation X, illuminating the passage from the analog to the digital, from solitude to connectivity, with the knowledge that our generation is the custodian of change. I accept the duty to innovate, to preserve, and to teach the generations that follow the value of resilience, the power of adaptation, and the virtue of introspection. As I take this oath, I embrace the mantle of Generation X with pride, not for accolades or acclaim, but for the silent acknowledgement that in the shadows of history, we are the architects of transformation, the unsung heroes bridging worlds. May this oath be my guide as I navigate the complexities of an ever-changing landscape, honor the legacy of Generation X through actions, words, and deeds. With humility and determination, I accept this charge, forever proud to be a part of the generation that quietly and indelibly changed the world. And here it is, everybody, the Gen X Constitution. Its final reading, and it is ready, it is there, it is done, and it is also in print as a poster if you would like a copy. We, Generation X of the world, to solidify our collective identity, shaped amidst the shadows of boomers and the spotlight on millennials, hereby establish this Constitution, recognizing our resilience, born from the ashes of unsupervised childhoods, grunge, metal, and the dial-up internet era, and acknowledge our inherent skepticism towards anything overly optimistic or digitally dependent. Hereby lay down the principles of our generation. This document is a tribute to our shared experiences, the toughness of our spirit, and our unparalleled ability to navigate the world with a healthy dose of sarcasm and cynicism. Article 1. The right to be forgotten. In recognition of our upbringing, in a time before social media, every Gen Xer shall have the inalienable right to remain digitally elusive, resisting the tyranny of online presence and the pressure to keep up on platforms that serve to remind us of our advancing age and decreasing relevance. Article 2. The mandate of nostalgia. All members of Generation X are hereby entitled to an unyielding sense of nostalgia for the 80s and 90s, including but not limited to music on cassette tapes, VHS movie nights, arcade games, and the sacred ritual of Saturday morning cartoons, which shall not be infringed by subsequent generations' attempts to reboot or reimagine them. Article 3. The preservation of sarcasm. Recognizing sarcasm as our generational lingua franca, the use of irony, sarcasm, and deadpan humor is not only protected but encouraged. This includes, but is not limited to, dealings with customer service, parenting, and responding to any and all forms of political discourse. Article 4. Independence in adulthood. Each Gen Xer shall be granted the freedom to pursue life devoid of the expectations of boomers and the constant comparison to millennials and Gen Z. This includes the right to eschew traditional milestones for adulthood in favor of a path that embraces our unique blend of independence, skepticism, and adaptability. Article 5. The defense against unwarranted optimism. In light of our generation's tempered expectations, All Gen Xers shall possess the right to question, challenge, and outright reject unwarranted optimism or idealistic proposals that have not been vetted by the harsh light of reality and our collective experiences. Article 6. The sanctity of analog experiences. To honor our roots in a pre-digital age, the enjoyment of analog experiences such as reading, physical books, writing in journals, and engaging in face-to-face conversations without the interruption of smartphones is protected and celebrated activity among our ranks. Article 7. The duty to educate on real music and films. Every member of Generation X bears the sacred duty to educate younger generations on the definition of real music and films, those creations that not only defined our formative years, but also set the standard for artistic achievement and cultural impact. Article 8. The commitment to environmental cynicism. Given our introduction to global environmental concerns with the ozone layer scare and the adoption of recycling, Gen Xers are committed to environmental action tempered by a healthy dose of cynicism regarding the motives of corporations and governments in their green initiatives. Article 9. The obligation to be self-sufficient. Emphasizing the independence that defined our latchkey kid upbringing, every Gen Xer shall continue to cultivate self-reliance, resourcefulness, and the ability to entertain oneself without the aid of technology or a supervisor. Article 10. The right to absolute freedom in lifestyle and personal choice. Acknowledging the diverse tapestry of experiences, preferences, and attitudes that define Generation X, this article affirms the absolute right of each member to freedom in lifestyle and personal choices. This encompasses, but is not limited to, choices in career paths, family structures, modes of self-expression, and recreational activities. Article 11. The sacred right to deploy the universal sign of displeasure. Section 1. Recognizing the time-honored tradition and therapeutic value of nonverbal communication, we, the members of Generation X, hereby enshrine the inalienable right to freely use the middle finger in response to individuals or situations that blatantly display levels of stupidity, jerkiness, or general annoyance. This act, known colloquially as flipping off, serves as a critical tool in our emotional arsenal, allowing for an immediate and succinct expression of discontent. Section 2. This right is granted without prejudice to the setting, be it in traffic, during a particularly egregious corporate meeting, or in response to the neighbor who insists on mowing their lawn in an ungodly hour on a Saturday morning. However, the exercise of this right shall be governed by an unwritten code of ethics, ensuring that its use is reserved for moments truly deserving of such a distinguished honor. Section 3. In exercising this right, members of Generation X commit to upholding the spirit of this gesture as one of the cathartic release and silent protest. Rather than aggression, it is a symbol raising of the flag of our generation's enduring disdain for idiocy in all its forms. Section 4. It is also acknowledged that this right carries with it a responsibility to exercise judgment and restraint, particularly in the presence of children, the elderly, and anyone who may not fully appreciate the nuanced artistry and historical significance of the gesture. Section 5. Should any member of Generation X find themselves in the receiving end of this gesture, it is recommended that they engage in a moment of introspection to consider the possibility that they might, indeed, be acting in a manner deserving of such feedback. It is an opportunity for growth, reflection, and if nothing else, a reminder that we are all but human. In conclusion, by incorporating this article into our Constitution, we affirm the role of the middle finger as a vital component of our generational identity. It stands as a testament to our refusal to quietly tolerate the absurdities of the world. Let it be known that while our generation may often opt for the path of stoic silence, our fingers remain poised and ready to articulate our dissent in the most eloquently succinct manner to humankind. This Constitution, crafted with a blend of apathy and earnestness characteristic of Generation X, shall serve as a testament to our resilience, independence, and the undying spirit of a generation that refuses to be defined by others. Let it be known that we walked the line between analog and digital, embraced grunge, metal, rock, and irony, and emerged as the unsung, pragmatic heroes of our time in the spirit of our generation. Let us sign off not with a grandiose statement, but rather a shrug and a muttered, whatever.